What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I made a video maybe 2 days ago about a Fed buyback, right? And the conversation that was happening there. There was a big article that talks about this Fed buyback and how it could be, $30,000 that they could buy back from retail investors, meaning that your one XRP that you have could be worth $30,000, which honestly would be insane. And I said that it's not 100% believable and you shouldn't bank on seeing that happen. But there were a lot of people that were like, hey, this could possibly happen. And a lot of times that they say that things won't happen like this is because they're trying to kind of hide the truth. And honestly, I don't know what will happen, because if you look at $30,000 per XRP, it's extensive, right? It's a ridiculous market cap. And a lot of people say you shouldn't focus on the market cap. But when you're talking about quadrillions of dollars rather than trillions of dollars, that's where you're like, I mean, trillions of dollars is still insane. Hundreds of trillions of dollars is ridiculous, right? And then quadrillions of dollars, it's like, why are you even talking right now? Like, that's basically what it's all about and what it comes to. So I put out that video yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago, and I want to talk about this. I want to talk about how insane it would be and why you shouldn't bank on this happening. Now, if they do end up buying back whatever you do hold for $30,000, eventually, like say if this does have a natural inflation or deflationary aspect to it, which it does, and you see a lot that ends up coming off the top and they end up buying it back, and they have a value to where now they're decreasing the value, by divided by 10 or divided by 100 or something like that. I don't know, right? Because $30,000 per XRP would be insane for the amount of supply that it does have. But then again, it's a different situation because you're looking at the world currency and what it could be and how it flows through banks and being utilized for so many different things, for everything, honestly, and just use XRP rather than transferring it back to the dollar, which could be less valuable at that time, right? So $30,000 might not mean $30,000, if that makes sense. If the dollar is valued at like 10 cents or whatever, 10% of what it is, then technically you're dividing that by 10 because it's not as valuable. But let's talk about XRP. Let's talk about this $30,000 price point or $30,000 buyback a little bit further and explain why it would be insane. Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links down below. It does help out the channel. One of those links is for HG Access. I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about it for the last week. But HG Access is basically with a bunch of different YouTubers, 20 plus YouTubers with over 1 million subscribers combined. We're talking about different things within HG Access. And we have different winners, different meme coins, different microcaps, altcoins, and just everything we want to really talk about, ranging from, Solana, Bitcoin, all the way down to, $100,000 market cap plays. Now, a lot of those could be risky, but the point is that you're finding opportunities that could blow up. And it's not just something that's a pump and dump type of thing. It's something where we're looking for long-term aspects in a lot of different positions and, creating a positive outlook within the meme coin space, as well as the altcoin space and, cryptocurrency as a whole. So definitely go ahead and check that out. I even have my own section if you want to go in and meet me and even see some of the announcements that I do have. If I have a brand new buy or whatever it is, I bought this 3 days ago. So if you guys want to check that out yourself, you can go ahead and check it out. But it was only for my Patreon as well as the HG Access Patreon. So go ahead and give that a look. Anyways, let's look at XRP currently. XRP is at 56 or 57 cents. It's currently at a almost $31 billion market cap. And we're seeing it at a $770 million volume day. So when people look at this, they're like, how is this going to go from a level of 56 cents up to $30,000 a piece? And the way that I explained how you can even break this down in the slightest bit, right? And give you any type of an understanding to why that could happen, is by understanding what it would be used for and the things that they are doing. You understand that Ripple is kind of yeah, not infiltrating, I don't want to say that, but they're definitely getting in on banks, right? They're getting in as a payment option within the banking system, whether it's Santander or PNC or any other bank in different countries as well. And they're getting in on these and, going in for different concepts, cross-border payments, standard transactions, whatever it is. But they're looking to develop their own CBDCs. And as they develop their own CBDCs, you're going to see that maybe they don't translate or talk to each other the best way possible. But you know what does talk to each other the best way possible? The fact that you have XRP on the back burner. It's the best option that's built for that system, that's built for that option. And as you see that happen, now many people are using XRP because it's the built-in option. It's the easiest way to go about that. And now you see banks that are acquiring a ton of XRP because they have hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars that they need to convert over to XRP and utilize and do all of that. That's really where that flow comes into play, as well as you being able to use XRP in a standard process and, have that transaction happen instantly. Like literally you hit send, it's like, boom, it's already there because those transactions are absolutely flying, right? So, with that being said, it creates so much use within it, meaning that you could see the value go skyrocket because there's no inflation to what the overall amount is. You have 100 million or 100 billion coins, that's it. While you have trillions upon tens of trillions or even hundreds of trillions of certain currencies, you still have to use XRP within that currency, right? You still have to use XRP and you're not going to see any inflation to it. You're going to see a deflationary aspect to where as the transactions are going through, you're going to see some that are burning off, meaning that you're not going to have an inflation to the money system like we do now, where they just print money. You can't do that with XRP. So that will kind of fight all of that stuff, meaning that XRP will have more and more value. Now, when it comes to the buyback, you would see if there is some sort of a buyback, the Fed would have to buy it back basically to be that reserve currency instead of whatever their fiat currency is, right? So the dollar they would have to buy it back to have that value, the flow of money, because that's the new flow of money, right? So understanding that brings a lot more value onto the table. So we know that it could be worth way more than where it is. Definitely trillions of dollars, right? As long as it does get implemented there, which we do believe that that's going to be the case as Ripple continues to make these connections with banks. Now, the only thing that's holding it back from having more and more connections is kind of the litigation that's happening, which is crazy to me to see the litigation that's happening and banks still be partnered with Ripple, meaning that they still believe in the process of what Ripple is. It's just when it comes to paying a certain amount within a fine on what you may or may not have done or whatever they classify it as, that's kind of what they're dealing with here. Because the CEO, the chairman are rid of all charges, as well as XRP being labeled as not a security. So everything really stands in the right places. It's just this litigation is still sitting here, right? They don't really have, it's just the settlement. It's just whatever the payment is going to be in the end. It could be $20 million. It could be a little bit more. It could be a little bit less. You could have some stipulations with it. You might not, right? There could be an appeal. There might not. So honestly, it's like, when I explain this a little bit further, I want to look at like how insane $30,000 per coin would be. If you talk about the 53, I don't know why it says I have 3,000 here. Maybe I didn't update this. So you talk about the 53 or 54 billion, or even if we just look at it, 100 billion coins, with 54 or 53 billion currently, you're looking at $538 trillion at a $10,000 price point. That's multiplied by 1.5 quadrillion that you end up seeing if you get to a level of $10,000 or $30,000. That's insane. And that's only with 53 or 54% of the supply that's out there. With 100% of the supply that's out there, you're looking at $3 quadrillion of a market cap, which honestly is insane. If we're talking about the world and how we spend currency, I don't know what to think. I would say that's a little insane. And by saying it's a little insane, I mean it is absolutely insane. And I wouldn't bank on it. What I am banking on is that there's a ton of room below this. There's a ton of room below this that you guys can see opportunities and do whatever you want with. But I do suggest that if you are going to hold on to this position, if you are going to sell this position, that you hold at least 10 for forever, because you never know what it's going to be. because if it's worth $10,000, you know, you're definitely going to see, $100,000 out of that. If it's worth $30,000, you'll see $300,000 out of that, out of just that 10, right? So for me, I will always hold on to probably somewhere in the range of, and it's a large range, 100 to 1,000. When I say forever, I will always hold on to something because I never know what it's going to be. I'm not going to get into another Bitcoin situation where, people end up selling every single piece of Bitcoin that they do have because of the fact that they feel like it's not going to get more valuable. So I'll sell probably because I have 13,000 or almost 14,000. So if I sell 13,000, I'll still be fine. I'll be perfect. And then I'll keep 1,000 for whatever it could be in the end. If it gets to 10,000, of course, I will sell a little bit. I'll sell 100. And then I'll keep 900 and see what it can end up being from there. But that'll give me so much more room to, be happy with what I am holding. So in the end, I don't know what it will be. I don't know if it'll be worth $30,000. I don't know if they'll do a buyback in 10 years. I really don't know. But I'm not banking on it, but I will have some just in case it does do that. That's my mindset. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out HG Access as well as my personal Patreon down below. Also, don't forget about Margex. I don't know if you guys have seen Margex, but you can trade up to 50x leverage on XRP if you want to. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.